Greetings, mathematicians. Today I am going to go over a lot of vocabulary, once again with angles. And these are going to be angles that are created by two parallel lines that are cut by a transversal. All right, here we go. I was wondering why we always said that. All right, let me get set up here and we will get going. All right, so I have this taped down so that we can see the whole thing as I'm going over this. Now you are going to want to get 6 different colors. Okay, so I have my colors ready to go. These are two parallel lines. This is the transversal. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get a 7th color, to tell you the truth. So I know it's maybe hard to see here. Sometimes they don't look like 7 different colors. This is actually red. It almost looks orange in here. But I am going to go ahead and just color this so I know that this is a transversal. Okay, and just kind of red along here. So this is the transversal cutting through the two parallel lines. Okay, and you've probably heard the word parallel before. Two parallel lines, those are going to be two lines that just go on forever and they're never going to cross each other. And what ends up happening is we get all these different angles that end up forming. And there's certain rules for them. Some of them are going to be equal to each other, and other angles are going to equal 180 degrees. We're going to go through those right now. So the first one is corresponding, and I'm going to use pink for that. So I fill in my key. And the word corresponding just means that those angles are actually the same identical angles, and they are going to be equal to each other. So the two arcs that I'm going to color is this one right here. So this is going to be pink for me. And corresponding is going to be the same angle, just slid down. Okay, so there's like 4 angles formed here, and I could just slide them right down, and this angle is the same as this one. So I'm going to color this one pink. Now there's other corresponding angles in our picture, so we're just going to focus on one of each of these. But I want you to realize we have other corresponding angles here, and you'll notice that when we take some other notes on a different sheet. So this is kind of for you visual, creative people to help you identify the different types of angles. The next one that we are going to do is alternate exterior, and I'm going to use purple for that. So there's my key. All right, now the word alternate kind of means on the opposite side, and exterior means on the outside if you think of exterior paint. So the angle that we're going to choose is this one right here. Okay, this is an exterior angle. So I'll make this one purple. Now I'm not filling it all the way in. You sure can. Okay, and make sure you pause the video if you need to as I go over these. All right, so that's an exterior angle. Now I'm looking for alternate, so it's going to be on the opposite side. Okay, so these are my exterior angles, and it needs to be opposite. Okay, so it's going to be this one right here, and you can see it's kind of the same arc size. So I am going to color this one purple. Now we only have one other set of alternate exterior angles. Okay, so sometimes we've got 4 of these and sometimes we just have 2 of them. Okay, so the other one would be here and here. All right, let's move on to vertical. You probably have heard of this one before. I'm going to use a light blue for this one. Now, all of these angles that we have done so far, these are all equal to each other. They are congruent. So vertical angles end up being opposite each other. Okay, so they're opposite, and we've got, again, a lot of pairs of vertical angles. These are the ones, though, for this particular picture. You're going to color this one. This is the vertical angle here. Using that light blue just kind of as an outline. And opposite it, and again, these are equal to each other, will be this one. Okay, now again, if you want to color the whole thing, I think I just did the outline just so I could see some of those other arcs too, what the colors would be. So kind of up to you. Okay. All right. Same side interior. All right, so our interior angles, and I'm going to use orange for this one. So interior means inside. And I always could remember these because of paint. I've done some painting, interior painting. Did some of that last spring inside our living room and kitchen. And then my husband ended up doing some exterior painting for the outside of our house. So that's how I remember those two terms. So same side interior. These 4 angles are our interior angles. And same side interior, I'm going to pick this one. And you can see the arc is about the same size here. Okay, so I'm picking this one and this one. So same side interior. Now you're going to notice, I think on this definition, that these two together are going to equal 180 degrees. And you can kind of tell that because this angle is going to definitely be acute. It's less than 90. This angle right here is more than 90 degrees and it's obtuse. But these two together would equal 180 degrees, which means they are supplementary. All right, to left, alternate interior. I'm going to use green for this one. Okay, and you can probably see what's left. We've got these 2 little arcs here. Now, notice alternate interior, they are equal to each other. They are congruent angles. So I'm going to color these 2 little guys, these 2 little arcs, green. So these ones are alternate interior. Now, again, we have another set of alternate interior. Just again, on this key, we are just showing you one of them that are on the map. And I'll go through and remind you of how many of each would be on this. Okay, last angle, same side exterior. Okay, so what haven't we colored yet? And I need to use yellow. And I haven't colored in these 2. Okay, so I hope this shows up okay. But this is going to be yellow. So these are exterior angles and they're on the same side. And you notice that your key tells you, hey, those 2 together are going to equal 180 degrees. And again, if you notice, this angle that I'm coloring right now is acute. And the first one I colored was obtuse. All right, so that's quite a key. So let me go through then again, how many of each of these you're going to have in your picture. So corresponding is the pink. We would have it right here, here and here, here and here. There are 4 corresponding angles. Alternate exterior, that was our purple, and we would have another set. So there are two sets of those. Vertical angles was blue, so we'd have a set, another set, set, and set. So there are 4 sets of vertical angles. Same side interior, that was the orange, and we'd also have a set over here, okay? So there are 2 sets of those. And again, those are going to equal 180 degrees. Alternate interior here, and we'd have another set here. There are 2 sets of those. And then the last one, same side exterior. Okay, same side exterior, we'd actually have another set here. There are 2 sets of those. Okay, so I'm just going to write sets so you know how many of each of those you actually do end up seeing in the picture. All right, now we don't care how you glue this in your notebook. You could fold it in half. You possibly could, cut it here and have this on a page, this on another page, but just however you would like to have it in your notebook.